Good morning. It's always as soon as you hit or are going to hit the start streaming button that you realize that you have a dozen other things that you have to do. There's like all these. I need like a super long checklist. The reason why I haven't made a checklist is because it would be super long, right? Right before I went live just now, I realized that I had to change the links in the description in the box that's down below because like it saves the links from the last time you stream. And like that's easy enough. I know how to change the link for the jam, and then I realized I had to change the Discord link also. I had to do like a million different things right before. Including going to the bathroom. When you know you're going to be live, you're like, I should do this just one more time. It's hard to tell with this tiny little window, but I am in a different place. I have a different background, and I have a cat sitting right there. So I don't know. He might distract me. So we got to make a zine today because the deadline is 2 weeks, June 22nd. We've already got three submissions. Way to go, people. Some people are like right on the ball. And I love the variety here. How everyone's going like this. I don't know if like this prompt is harder than the previous 10. I know that I have been struggling. and we've been chatting a little bit about like it's just too many ideas. I don't have an idea. Like where do I go with it? And we're kind of all going in different directions, which I love. That's what I love about this jam, right? Is that we take this one very simple word and just go in a million different ways. There's so many different concepts you can get from it, which is the main reason why I'm sticking with this paradigm of one word prompts. I don't want to dictate too much. Right? I don't want to hem you in to something that you have to do, right? And then we'll get like, 6 zines that are all the same. I love this. Oh, you can't see it because my head is in the way. Let me move my head. So if you remember last week, the last jam, last month, the last prompt was play, and I ended up making a playlist. And then this prompt is season, and we've got Jewel making a playlist. So like, I love that. I love that connection. And there's like a continuity to it as well, too. I should just stay over here in this corner, right? Because we got no content in this corner. It's just the filter box. That's great. Okay. I'll just stay over in this corner. You might notice I'm holding my mic. I'm house sitting. I'm cat sitting. I'm cat sitting. That's why I'm here at my parents' house. And I brought this huge box of all the stuff that I need to stream and to film and to just live, right? Like I need pens. And because I use fountain pens, I need ink. And you know how you go on vacation and you always forget at least one thing? This is the one thing I forgot. I forgot my mic stand. I have a mic arm that's attached to my desk, but I have a little tiny one that's like that big. And I forgot it. So we're doing it this way. I guess we're doing it one-handed. We're going to... Maybe that'll be my prompt. I got to make a zine one-handed with just my mouse. All right, let's go. Another thing I want to say about the jam. And by the way, if you don't know, go look in the description. There is a link. We got a Discord. It's small. It's cool. We're just kind of like, we're just finding our bearings, right? That's the way it works. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, I had a thought and now it's just completely gone. Something about the Discord. Something about... Oh, that sucks. It's just gone. It'll come back to me. It'll come back. Okay. Oh, I look at the screen and I remember. Okay. I just yesterday I went through and I tried to comment on all the submissions. I really want to encourage us to like comment and rate if you want. I should go back and rate. I don't really rate things on Itch. I just comment on things. So, but I do want to start making like a list, right? Like a link list. Like I want to start recommending more stuff because I feel like that's something that is a trap that I've fallen into over the last, I would say like 10 years of being on the internet, because I've been on the internet for so long now. Because I make so much stuff, I feel like I spend so much of my time broadcasting, like sending my own stuff out there. So like I'm constantly posting my own stuff. But I've really fallen back in love with Tumblr recently. I would say I think I got back on in like 21. It was not 2020. Although I was on there for Schitt's Creek. So, I mean, that was 2019, 2020. But I wasn't super active. I was just like looking at gift sets. But I've really fallen back in love with Tumblr. So I've been posting there more. And we spend so much time sharing our own stuff and broadcasting our own stuff, which we absolutely need to do. Like, I'm not saying stop that. That's not the point I'm making. It's not a zero-sum game, right? Like, we have to be sharing our own stuff. And by the way, this is a tangent, but if you follow me, you know that that's what I do. Share your stuff more often. I see people all the time on Tumblr saying like, this is the last time I'm going to reblog it. Don't worry. This is the last time I'm sharing it. Last time I'm publishing it. It's like, no, you should do it every day. Like, schedule that shit. Post it all the time. Reblog it all the time. I should make a video about this. I have been celebrating the 10-year anniversary of this project that I did called, let's go look, Sunday Zine. I mean, that's where this came from. 2015 I did this the first time. Let's find it. There it is. 2015 Sunday Zine. May 2015, I set myself a challenge to make a zine every week. And all of my zines were quarter page. So it was just one piece of paper. I filled both sides and then folded it in half twice. That was the zine. So I set myself that limit, that restraint, and I made one a week for an entire year. And I actually did it, which is incredible. If you know me at all, if you subscribe to my channel earlier this year when I was on fire, and now the last 2 months, and you've been like, Jess, where's the videos? I don't know. I just can't make myself make a video, which is what happens to me. But this, I actually did it. I actually did it for a whole year. And it's been 10 years since I did that now. 2015. Now it's 2025, which is like, number one, amazing. Number two, depressing. Number three, I've been resharing all of these zines again because they're new again, right? Nobody who followed me, well, I shouldn't say nobody because that's not true. But the people who followed me back then, they've forgotten about it, right? They've forgotten about it completely. So share your stuff again. That's the point I'm making. Share your stuff today, share it tomorrow, and don't apologize for that. Just keep reblogging it, because I don't remember There must be like an actual number. I know people have done studies on this. The number that's sticking in my head is 7. And that could just be because 7 is such a common number. You know, like so many people say 7's their lucky number. I find that very interesting. They say that somebody has to see something online 7 times before it actually registers. So like they need to see your zine reblogged 7 days. Doesn't have to be in a row, but 7 times before they actually stop and notice it and read it and download it and maybe pay for it, right? So share your stuff. That's the point I'm making. Reblog your stuff. Share it and don't apologize. Stop apologizing for sharing it. I want to see it again. And if I don't want to see it again, I can just scroll past it. In that moment, I can just scroll past it. So yeah, this is where Sunday Zine came from. This is the origin. I should maybe make a zine about that, huh? Could that be season, right? This is the season of my life. This is the season of my life when I make zines. That's definitely true, right? That has been a thing that comes back into my life all the time. That was one of the purposes of that video that I made back in, was it February? I made that zine video where I showed off all the zines that I'd made as a kid. And I was making books when I was, in elementary school. And I didn't call them zines, but that's what they were. But then I would go off and do something else, and then I come back. And I make zines again. So I'm kind of in this place where it's funny to say this because I'm on a stream where I'm supposed to be making a zine, but I'm kind of in a place where I'm not making zines right now. I'm not thinking about it from Sunday to Sunday. I'm not putting in the work outside of this 1 hour and change, which is sad, but also understandable, not unusual. And I would say normal too, right? Like you don't have to do your hobbies all the time. And right now that is what zines are. Like I wish this could pay me, but it doesn't. And that's kind of a fact. I think everyone that sells zines realizes that they're never, I mean, maybe you start out. I know I definitely did start out going, I could do this. I did so many zine fairs in person. I traveled so many places to sell my zines and just made pennies. I mean, at least when I sold them in the United States, I was making a little bit more money on the currency exchange. But I think most people that sell zines, they realize that you make your money from other things. I make my money from my day job. That's what I do. Eventually, it would be nice to make some money off YouTube because I know they're making money off me. And we make the trade-offs, but right now, YouTube's getting all the trade. Let's take a look at pages. So I opened up just my mini zine template. This is just, it's so comfortable for me. And this is the thing about this template is that I know I can do this on the stream. That's what, Sunday Zine, I said, I set myself that restraint of, it was 1 piece of paper, 2 sides, 8 pages. Can't do that with just one hand. 8 quarter-size pages. That was it. And all I had to do was just fill that 1 piece of paper. And I knew that I could do that. And I know that I can do this. I know I can fill these pages. So every time that I get on this stream and I go, I should use one of my other templates, it always kind of backfires a little bit on me. Because this is number 11 now, right? We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of this Sunday Zine, of Sunday Zine Club, where we make a zine every 4 weeks. And so that means that I've made 10 zines over the last year so far. And I'm going to make one today. And almost all of them, with very few exceptions, have been this mini zine. Because this works. This works for me in this moment. You know what? Look at that. We still have not edited this template. It still says 2024. How many zines have I put up? Have I uploaded to itch that still say 2024? That is, I should double check that, huh? I feel like I saved this though, didn't I? I feel like I did. Is this a link? This should be a link. Let's make that a link. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fix this template right now. We're going to save this as template. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? So save it as template. I'm going to call it my mini zine. I'm going to hope. Oh, interesting. It didn't give me a warning to say that you already have something. So I'm going to test. I'm going to go new. And my templates. Yeah, it's called Untitled. Which one is... That's the 2024 one. Okay. We're just going to make sure I can delete. We're going to delete the one we don't want. Delete. And we're going to rename my mini zine. I call it my mini zine because it has my information in it. So the template that I have on Itch, the templates that you can buy, they don't have my information in it. I mean, they do so that you know who I am and where you got that from. But, all right, what day is it today? It is 25. Is June 06. It is 08. And we're going to call this one Season because that's what the jam is. Season. Okay. And we're saving in Pages. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So date is June. Yeah, doing this one-handed is definitely weird. It is definitely weird. Do I want to? I do wonder if I could write. Can I write it? I mean, I can always write enough. I can always write to fill the page, right? That's the thing. It's about, do you add more space or do you add more words, right? And the thing that I always fall into, this is definitely a weakness. I know that this is my weakness, is that because I'm a writer first, my zines definitely suffer in the visual space. I know that. You know, like you look at the zines that people are posting on Tumblr and so many great artists. The collage style is still very big, very trendy right now. I feel like there's very much like a Riot Girl aesthetic, like that mid-90s, that 1995, 96 aesthetic going on. Different from the Y2K vaporwave aesthetic, right? I feel like we're going back a little bit to that grungy Riot Girl stuff that was happening. which I was slightly too young for. Slightly. It was definitely aspirational for me. I saw it, but I was not a part of it because I was too young. I would have been like 13, like really early teenager. I was 12 when Kurt Cobain died. So like I did not listen to Nirvana before he died. I really only listened to Nirvana afterwards. Did not get into grunge until after it had fully hit the mainstream. Like this, I grew up in the suburbs, so I was not on the cutting edge of anything. The only thing I've ever been on the cutting edge of is social media. Like I don't remember if I've told this story before, but like I was on Twitter in December 2005. Did it start in 6 or 7? I think it was 2005. I was on Twitter the first year, the very, very first year that it was created. Like way before everyone else. I was telling everyone about Twitter and everyone was like, why would I want this? This is silly. This is people just talk about what they had for lunch. And Tumblr. I was on Tumblr from the beginning, 2007. So Twitter was 2006. Yeah, so I was on Tumblr December 2006. No, I was on Twitter December 2006. It did not hit big until like 2008, and then it hit mainstream in 2009. I think everyone kind of says 2009 is like the heyday. This is a tangent. We don't need to talk about that. I'm just so sad about what Twitter became. I really loved that website for a very long time. I would love to write about that. Write about Twitter. But you can't write about Twitter anymore. It's such a third rail topic. Like if you wrote a book about Twitter, everyone would have like very clear expectations about what that book would be, and that's not at all the kind of book that I want to write, you know. Oh, that's why that keeps okay. I gotta fix my cables. You don't get good cable management when you're on a kitchen table with no microphone stand. I think that we got to do something else for this cover. I do very bad covers, which is I was going to say sad to admit. I don't think it's sad to admit. It's embarrassing. That's actually the word. It's embarrassing to admit that I do very bad zine covers for these zines, for my Sunday zine specifically. I think for other zines I have done better ones. But I was very good at book covers. I did the self-publishing thing for a little bit. And I made excellent book covers. So I got to get better. I want to do something colorful is what I'm thinking. We're going to take a look at, where am I going to go? I'm going to go internet. So I usually go for Unsplash, but a lot of people have been talking about this site called Pexels. So I want to try that one out, see what they got. See what Pexels has for me. Yes, fine, I'll accept your cookies. I'm at my parents' house, and there's a tin of cookies, homemade cookies. My mom always makes homemade cookies. I did not grow up with store-bought cookies, and I'm very sad to say that they're bland. They're not good. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? It's not your best work. So now they're just sitting there, and it makes me kind of sad that I don't have cookies. what am I looking for? What do we need? I'm making a zine about this season of my life where I'm making zines every month on a schedule, the same way that I did 10 years ago when I was doing Sunday Zine the first time. But I'm also in this season of my life where I'm not making a ton of zines. I'm not making a lot of zines. I'm doing it for the deadline and that's it. You know, and if you saw me, was it last time? Was that when I did my playlist zine? Like, I did not get that zine done on time. I cheated it. I definitely cheated it, right? I posted the project before the deadline, but had not made the zine. Because I'm just not in this season of my life where, I mean, to be honest, I'm not in a season of my life where I'm doing a lot of anything, where I'm writing a lot of anything. And so I'm just not working outside of this time. That's why I'm so grateful to have this time, right? To have this routine that I've been building for more than a year now, because I think I started in March, right? In fact, the last time that I streamed, when I came back after my very long hiatus, I was here at my parents' house again, and I started again. So, like, that's definitely just the way that my life goes, is that there's these seasons where I need to hibernate completely and just do nothing and really try to turn off my brain, which does not work, to be truthful, to be honest. I've been realizing recently, like just this week, I've been realizing, because what I've been doing a lot these last months definitely, is playing very mindless video games, you know, like casual mobile games. And my brain is still not turning off when I do that. So I am still constantly thinking, while I'm playing, I'm constantly thinking, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should. That's the worst. That's the worst voice that I have in my head, is the shoulds. So I haven't been making zines. I am in this season of my life where I want to be making zines. I have the desire. I do not have the motivation. And I do not have the energy as well, too, right? It's really hard to find that energy. Maybe we do something like, I'm thinking about like imagery of being stuck. So like mud. Mud is the thing that I'm thinking about. This might cause some psychic damage, but I'm thinking about Artax and the Swamp of Sadness. Is that what it was called? Swamp of Sadness? I feel like. Okay. I do kind of like the idea of this big texture like that. Let's see, that's too happy. And like, you're definitely gonna get a lot of feet. And I don't know, maybe I'd get more attention with the feet. But see, it can't be about making. It can't be about like the positive things about mud, right? It's gotta be, how do I get it to load more? And you're just gonna, that's not loading. I don't know what that's doing. Okay. Mud. You know what really bothers me about the internet today is how little of this screen is useful. Like, this is the bottom of my screen. And look at how much is taken up here. It's too much white space. You put more photos up there. Free med photos. Right? We could do walls. Brick walls. Sweet honey. Let's try stuck. What does stuck give us? Free stuck photos. That's interesting, the tennis ball. Oh, is that a car? Is that a car? What's going on there? Graffiti covered car. Oh, you can open it and then... No, it doesn't load. Is this my internet or is this the website? I honestly don't know. I don't know why that's like that. Okay. We got a lot of tennis balls. What's up with this? Maybe I'm looking at these pictures of like the boat and the cars. And you know what it's making me think? It's making me think of Ever Given. So a lot of stuck is Post-its are stuck. It's making me think about Ever Given, which was, if you don't remember, it was the cargo ship that got stuck in the... it was Egypt, right? Ever Given. Yeah, I almost said the Panama Canal, but it was not the Panama Canal. It was the Suez Canal. The two most famous canals in the world, probably, right? That was a time. See, this space station this space station image is absolutely fantastic. If it's on Wikipedia, I can use it though, right? And it's a NASA. Okay. It's a NASA image, which means that it's public domain. Okay. Here we go. I'm using this. This is what we're doing. This is this is my zine now. Save. There we go. Okay. What could be interesting is to make this image the whole page and then put little white boxes on top of it for the text. I think I might try that. Oh, where is it? I guess it's old. Yeah. See, one of the reasons why I don't do super colorful zines, if I do that, okay, perfect, is because I want you to be able to print them. Right? I really believe strongly in DIY and in digital distribution, right? Being able to just send you a link and you can download it. All right, and then what you do is send to back, and then all of the text boxes will be on top. It's that simple. See, and I like this too. What I like about this is that it has like this surveillance. I mean, it is, even though it's a NASA image, it's not like a surveillance satellite image. It's a NASA image. But when we put the boxes on top of it, we're going to make the boxes white. So that is going to be in style and fill. So the fill is going to be white. And can I not? No, okay. That's not going to do it. I'm going to have to select all, but I don't want to select the photo. Okay. There we go. I needed two hands to command click. And then fill with white. But then, I mean, that's also kind of a mood. That one right there. What I'm going to do, though, is now I'm going to make these small. How do I... Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Right? And I'm going to kind of like arrange them around. So this one we're going to do like that. I think we're going to make it just a little bit. Come on. Oh, that was too small, I guess. I don't like that big. This is a thing about justified text. I go back and forth. I'm sorry. This audio is probably terrible, isn't it? Microphones all over the place. And I feel like to make the audio best, I have to have it like right in front of my mouth. All right. I'm going to put that one down there. We're just going to move them all over. Right? Like page 6 has definitely got to be just a tiny one because I want to see the boat. I want to see Ever Given. And I don't want the pages to be touching each other too. I want them to be totally open. It might be fun to have one that's like tall and skinny like that. And then we could have one big one. That goes. That's halfway. Okay. Right? Like that kind of looks. And you know what would be, I just had a great idea. What would be really fun too is to make this zine like this so that it follows the regular mini zine so you can print it and fold it, right? But then when I'm done writing, I am going to reformat it so that you can just print it flat like this. So I would take this page, right? This page 5, and that's under layout. No, that's under arrange. I always forget where it is. And then flip it so that page 5 will be readable, and you can just print it flat like a broadside. I love broadsides. It's one of the it's one of the things that I've always loved about zines is the history of publishing as well too. I got super into the history of publishing when I was in, I don't know, like early university. I don't know if you had this experience too, but like early university for me was about exploring the possibilities and potential of research, because like I got to university and the library was just like, oh, it was so amazing. Like you could find books about everything. I spent hours in there reading about absolutely nothing, like nothing related to my actual studies. I just wanted to read books, and like it's exactly the same thing I love about the internet, right? It's why I love Wikipedia. I spend so much time on Wikipedia just researching for fun, right? I look up everything. We just looked up Ever Given today, right? All the time. So that history of publishing, of independent publishing, even before Gutenberg, right? Even before we had movable type. That was the thing, not Gutenberg, but like the thing that I wanted to do my master's degree about. Right? I got this close to going to grad school, and then had a talk with myself about like, you can't do that. Like mentally, you can't do that. You're going to drop out. I really wanted to study the small magazine publishing. They were called little magazines in the postmodern era of like the 1920s and 30s, where Poetry magazine came from, Harriet Monroe. That's what I was going to study. One day I might write that book. Okay. But now I'm like super into this idea of the broadside. I almost want to do that one first. And then there's like, so like I'm looking at this. I don't know. I gotta look at OBS. What are you seeing? I've been on the wrong screen this entire time. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm so sorry. You were missing all of this. You were missing my joy. I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. Now you can see my joy. I'm gonna have to put a timestamp in the comment below about like hit this timestamp if you want to skip just rambling on top of one image. Oh my, at least it was a good image. At least you were looking at Ever Given. God, this is my brain this year, folks. This is brain fog. This is what I'm talking about. I almost just want to stop the stream right there. So I flipped over to OBS because I wanted to make sure that my head wasn't blocking anything. And it wasn't, because there was nothing for you to look at. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to make the zine in this regular mini zine style, where all of these pages will be separate pages. But then once I do the writing, I am going to lay it out again so that it can be printed as a flat broadside. That's my thought. And so if you see, like, this is page 1, page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And this is the cover. This blank spot here. So I really should save this and write. I mean, it's already saved, right? It's not, I haven't changed anything. I should save this and write, and then the flow will go this way. But then when I make the broadside, you know what? I'm not going to make a new file. I'm going to make it in exactly this same file. What I'm going to do is a great thing that you can do in Pages is you can select it over here in the thumbnails, and you can duplicate the whole page with everything. And then this page is going to be the broadside. So this page, I'm thinking, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate these 3 boxes so that they're the right side up. And you got to hit Command to select all those. So now I'm going to relay it out so that you can read it in the regular left to right, up to down. I mean, I say regular, but that is just the English way of reading. It's not regular for a lot of the world. So we're going to move this down here to this corner because it'll be like the last page. And I have this mouse, but I don't have my mouse pad. And we've got 6. We've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we also could, with a broadside, you are not beholden to pages, right? And especially not beholden to pages with this layout where I'm using these boxes. So I could do it up and down. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This at the bottom, which is probably behind my head, right? Can you see that? Oh no, you can still see that. Okay. And turn off this sidebar on the side. Make a little bit more space there. I'm still reeling from having been on that wrong screen for so long. I hate that I made that mistake. The other thing is that you want to think about too is that you need to go around the Ever Given, right? We need to see it because we're not getting the impact. And like, I would love to have like most of the canal open like that. That looks great. I love that layout of the canal cutting through all of the text boxes. So then now I'm thinking we should have 1, 2, maybe 3, 4 over here. And then 5, 6, 7 up here. That's what I'm thinking. I like this. And we also need to remember that there should be a title, right? There will be a title page. I like this one up because the up will lead there, right? There's so much more freedom in this layout because you're not beholden to the pages where it's going to be folded, right? This is not going to be folded at all. This is like a poster, which is a broadside, right? This is a poster. And I haven't even written anything. So like these boxes could change shape. Because I really did just, I know that you didn't see it, but I really just randomly chose these sizes. But I chose these sizes based on trying to go around Ever Given, right? Because I wanted to see all of it. Okay. Now we got to write, which was it, 49 minutes. I think, We got like 7 seconds until 50. Okay. We go. We're going to mute and I'm going to write. You ready? All right, that was 8 minutes. Celine, hello. Welcome in chat. Come on in. I stopped writing there for a second because I realized that I think I rewrote my bio in a different zine. And this, because I really wanted to rewrite it. I don't remember if I rewrote it in the last zine or separately, but I don't think I would have done it separately because, like I said, I haven't been making zines outside of these streams. So I'm really struggling with this first page. I wrote the opening line I wrote is, I am in an ever given season of life, which like has a weird poetry to it. Like Ever Given is just such a good name. I think that's part of why it was so memeable, right? That it had such a good name. What I really want to do is go look at my most recent zines, because I feel like I just changed that ending. Okay, so the chill one. What did I do? Yeah, so for my chill beats to make zines to, all I did was just put the date and my URL. I didn't do anything. I deleted it completely. And yeah, that's all I did. I kind of feel like that's the way to go. Like, we talk about, templates making things easier. But then templates can also be, I don't want to say a crutch. It's kind of an old cliche. And that's not the meaning of it too. That's not what I'm meaning to say when I say that. Templates can be too easy sometimes, and you fall into this lull of like just filling in the blanks and not thinking about the bigger picture, not thinking it through. And one of the things that has started to bother me about this boilerplate that I use here on the back page is that it's a whole page. Like, there's only 8 pages in this zine, and one of them is just me saying I made this zine. So, like, this really could be just the date. I do like saying it was Sunday, right? Because that's the whole point. The date and my URL. Because that's all you need. Right? That's all you need to know. You go to my website. Did I spell my name? I wrote DT. That's funny. You go on my website and you find out everything you need to know, right? I don't need to tell you this in my zine. That's not what my zine is about. So maybe I just do it. We're changing everything today, folks. Wow. Okay. I'm going to put this very tiny. We'll put that right at the bottom. Got to make sure, because this is the one. This is the one that's going to be folded. This is the one that's going to be a poster. Yeah. The other thing that happened while I was writing is that I feel like I've told this story already. And I kind of don't want to. I literally at the beginning of this stream, I was saying, share it again and again and again, right? Stop apologizing for sharing things again, because some people didn't see it. And like, this is exactly true, right? There's so many people every day who I feel like I talk about Sunday Zine 2015 all the time, because it was just like, it was an accomplishment, right? Like it was something that I set out to do and I actually did it. And it was a long-term project, right? Doing a year-long project is an accomplishment. It's something you should be proud of. So I feel like I talk about it a lot. And now I'm like, do I talk about this a lot? And that's kind of not... It is the point of this zine. The point of this zine is that I am in this season where I am stuck and I am not making zines like I wish I was. I wish I was making more. Which is funny because, the other day, and this is totally unrelated, except that it's related to my zines and related to my zines on Itch, is that I was thinking the other day that I have too many things on Itch. I have too many things, and I wonder if people go to my page and it's like, that's just too much. That's just too much. Let's go look. This is my page, and you just scroll and you scroll forever. I don't even know how many things are up on here, because we've got some collections at the bottom. So this is the same thing, but just collected, right? These are games. This is everything. I've been posting here since, first thing is 2017. I think this is 2017. Maybe 16. Is it 2016? Update. Oh, it just give me updated. Oh, okay. 17. Yeah. June 2017. Hey, that's 10 days from now. Look at that. We should have a little anniversary for this one too. It would probably be good to film another demo talking about this zine. See, this is what I'm talking about. My brain just goes all over the place. So I've been using this website since 2017. I'm starting to feel like there's too much on it. There's too much, like that paradox of choice, right? When you give people too much choice, they don't choose anything. And I've been starting to think that it's not that I make too much stuff, because I actually wish I made more, right? I wish that I could make way more. But I do feel like I really believe in archives, right? I really believe that I love seeing all of my old stuff. All the way back to 2015, I've got stuff on here, even if I uploaded it in 2017. It's all the way back to 2015. So 10 years of my zines are on this website. But that's a lot for somebody to look at if they don't know who you are, and they don't know what you make, and they don't know what they like. I've been kind of feeling like I need a shop where it's like 3 choices. You get 3 choices, and these are my 3 best. And maybe I rotate that. Maybe you rotate that every month. Now I'm just rambling. I'm hesitant to say that I'm going to go and write, because I know I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to go write if I turn off this stream. I should just keep writing. But at the same time, I don't know. I've got a lot of thoughts swirling in my head right now. So I think it might be time. It might be time to say thank you for hanging out with me today. We still have 2 weeks for the jam, so we can still make this happen, right? We've still got 2 weeks. Let's take a look. Where is Sunday Zine 11? Internet. Sunday Zine 11, June 22nd. So it's not next Sunday, it's the Sunday after. And you'll notice, can you see that? 11 a.m. is the deadline on this one because it's Sunday Zine 11. I thought that was very clever, but now I'm worried that like people are not going to notice it because I always do 10 a.m. So it's 2 weeks from right now. It's 11:16 where I am. So we did get some good work today, though. I feel very good about this. Like thank you, Celine, who says it's a cool image. I totally agree. I love this image. I think it looks very cool. I'm just hesitating about how to fill it with words, right? How to get my words in there. So that's what I need. I need some time to think about it. And I need to stop worrying. I need to stop worrying about stuff. That's a big problem for me. I don't want to end on a bummer, though. Let's not end on a bummer. Okay. Sunday Zine. Let's make it happen. The theme is season. And if we go to submissions, can you see? Yeah, you can kind of see the image there. You know what? Let's if you ever want to find, actually, did I put this in this link might be in the chat. I don't remember. If it's not in the chat, not in the chat. If this link is not in the description box, I will put it in a comment below. This is just my website. It's a page on my website, Sunday Zine Club. Did I buy that? Should I buy the domain? What do we think? If you think I should buy the domain, leave a comment. I don't remember if I did or not. I think I might have. I feel like that would be a good idea to own the domain. I'm not going to do that right now, though. There is an archive of all of the past zine jams. So, number 1, all the way back at the end of July. You can go back and look at all of them. Go back and download people's zines. Read other people's zines. Comment on other people's zines. And also share other people's zines, right? This is the whole point. Yes, if I can afford it. Domains are so cheap these days. It's like $10. All right, we should get the domain. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming back to this again and again and making this a thing. Like I literally like Field of Dreams this. Like I started it because I wanted it to exist, and at the beginning it was just me. I really didn't know that anyone else was going to find it. I have so many friends online and like none of them make zines. Which is, I find that very amusing. So the fact that we found each other, right? This is great. This makes me feel very good. I love it. And I love that you all keep coming back. I love that you keep hanging out, even though I haven't been making videos recently, and I do apologize for that. I'm just in this season. This is the season, right? This is the ever given stuck season. That is me right there. That's me. I'm that boat stuck, but you're all here with me, so it's going to be okay, right? We're going to be okay. And I will see you very soon. I will see you as soon as I can. And part of me is really thinking, I will look at my calendar. I really think I might stream next Sunday, because if I do that next Sunday, I can finish this. right? And if I can finish that next Sunday instead of, again, an hour before the deadline, we don't want to do that again. I built that very bad habit back in university, and I don't want to do that again. So I hope your zines are going well. Tell us how it's going. Come hang out in the Discord if you need any help, if you want to bounce some ideas, if you need some tips, you just want some place to hang out where we can talk about what we're making. Right? Talk about being people on the internet. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I need to go make some breakfast. So, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.